earthquake measuring 7.3. So significant, it has rocked Venezuela. Local 10 News reporter Amy Viteri is live in the newsroom with more on this. Amy.
Well, Lori, that powerful earthquake causing people to actually evacuate buildings in the Venezuelan capital of Caracas, although according to the U.S. Geological Survey, they're estimating that the epicenter of this quake was actually about 13 miles southwest of Irapa, Venezuela. That quake, though, felt as far away as Colombia's capital in Bogota and, of course, in Caracas in Venezuela. And local 10 News reporter Cody Weddle is based in Caracas, and he actually posted video of people evacuating a building there. You're looking at that video recorded on a cell phone as people are going out through the staircase right after that 7.3 magnitude quake hit. He also sent us several photos of people gathered there in the street afterward, after they felt the tremors, what he described on Twitter, and you could see people gathering around, although no damage in this image. Again, the epicenter about 13 miles southwest of Irapa, Venezuela. But I understand Cody is now joining us on the phone. And Cody, we hope you're doing okay. What can you tell us about how things are right now in the capital?
Well, I'm fine, Amy, thanks. I was in my apartment. I just finished my story for you guys for the day, just sitting in a seat, and suddenly it felt like somebody was shaking the seat. I'm from Virginia, so I'm not used to earthquakes, but everybody in the apartment there told me we should evacuate, and that's what people started doing. All around my apartment building here, people have evacuated their buildings, and they're continuing to evacuate. So far, nobody has went back in there into their buildings. You were giving me that information. I wasn't aware of where the earthquake was registered. But for now, people just outside their buildings here, there's no obvious damage here in Caracas. It will, of course, be interesting to see if the extent of the damage, where this actually struck, where you were saying. But I can tell you that here, we felt what felt like two different tremors. One was stronger, the first one was stronger, and then the second one wasn't quite as strong. But for now, people here just waiting for some sign to go back into the building.
All right, Cody, thank you so much. I know, of course, you'll be learning more there on the ground about any potential injuries or damage throughout the country, and you will keep us posted. And, of course, we're glad to hear you're doing okay. And, Lori, we will continue to monitor this story, and for now, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Amy, so many of our viewers watching this one closely. Let us know if you get any more details. Now.
This is an ad for a project management tool called Monday.com. This is what it looks like, and this is what it feels like.
Venezuela has become a wheelbarrow economy. That means they've reached the point where Venezuelans need a wheelbarrow to hold the currency required for a simple purchase. Hyperinflation has arrived. 1,000,000% inflation by the end of the year, so says the IMF. President Maduro will try to stem the tide with a new, stronger Bolivar. All he's doing is dropping the last 5 zeros from banknotes. Instead of 6 million to the dollar, it will be 60. And they'll raise the minimum wage by 6,000%. Come on, they're done. The economy will seize up completely, and the tide of people fleeing the country will become an absolute flood. The precise details of when and how it all ends, we don't know, but they are well and truly done. There are lessons to be learned, especially for socialists here. Granted, Venezuela is an extreme form of socialist dictatorship, but what started the rot was the takeover of private enterprise capitalism by politicians, leftist politicians. It was Hugo Chavez who got the ball rolling when he seized land, farms, companies, factories, and oil. It was downhill from there. Well, last week, Senator Elizabeth Warren proposed the political takeover of businesses here. Senator Warren wants big companies to ask Washington for permission to do business. And they wouldn't be granted that permission unless workers and other stakeholders ran the show. Are you kidding? Is that where we want to go? The so-called Democratic Socialists, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Bernie Sanders, they want to demonize business, tax it and control it. Is that where we want to go? I don't think so. A year ago, our own Liz McDonald brought us video from Caracas of people eating out of garbage cans. That was last year, a full year ago. The socialists managed to stay in control by pure thuggery. Well, time's up. This long-running tragedy is almost over. Venezuela, with the biggest oil reserves in the world, is now a wheelbarrow economy. We should take a hard look at it to make sure we don't go down the pathetic socialist road.
Venezuela came to a standstill on Tuesday amid uncertainty over President Nicolas Maduro's introduction of a new currency aimed at revitalizing the country's crumbling economy. For more on this and other news from around the world, let's turn to our Noah Adam. So, Adam, just exactly how bad is it looking for Venezuela?
Well, Mark, the country's economic turmoil seems to have gotten worse in recent days amid hyperinflation and confusion over the new currency. The value of its sovereign bolivar has already lost value against other currencies since it went into circulation on Tuesday. The new bolivar has been devalued by 96%, dropping 5 zeros off the old currency. That means a can of Coke, for example, that used to cost 2.8 million bolivars now costs 28. The streets of major cities, including the capital Caracas, remained quiet as the public, as well as many businesses, are unsure of what the new monetary system will involve. Even the country's black market in dollars is temporarily frozen. Venezuela's opposition also called for a national strike to protest President Maduro's economic recovery package, which he has hailed as a revolutionary formula. A bank holiday was declared on Monday to help banks and businesses adapt to the new currency, but confusion still lingers.
People don't understand. They rush out when they see the prices because they don't understand the new money. We're confused also over the change. When we do the transfers, the change is erased and it doesn't end up with anyone.
Such moments in Venezuela can be extremely volatile, but there have been no reports of significant protests or violence yet. However, millions of Venezuelans are fleeing to neighboring countries in fear of an economic collapse.